What's up, YouTube? So I haven't been feeling well, so I'm doing this video on my bed, sick. But my topic, basically, I wanted to know is, what is going on with Black families right now? I guess my topic is about basically saying this is for women, mothers mostly. I've been seeing a trend, and it's actually not just a trend, but in astronomical numbers of males who are going to jail, who are gay, who are just basically they look broken. And if you see them walking down the street, their hair is standing on top of their head, they're looking straight crazy, and they look broken in the face. They don't shave. They don't keep themselves halfway together. They look like they're homeless, and they don't have any care for themselves. And that's been a going trend. And I know a lot of mothers will try to dress their children up to look a certain way, but it seems like these males are trying to go completely opposite of what the dress up their mother tried to create. And they go out of their way to try to look completely opposite of what anyone would want to regard them. And I don't know why they would want to try to look like they're from the hood or from the street or whatever. A lot of them come from really good households and could try to go the opposite way. My thing is that you can't deny who you are no matter what you try to do. Eventually you'll have to come out of and come into whoever you are. And I think a lot of this comes from I was reading a book and reading some information about how sometimes males are broken by their mothers. And it could be a mother who's overbearing and one who's too aggressive. And she ends up breaking the son. And that's just toxic mothers. I think I read an article in a book about toxic mothers or toxic parenting. And this caused the males to actually just be completely opposite or reject whatever their parents are. They basically are broken males. They're rejecting whatever their parents are trying to instill in them. They're going to be opposite of that. And that hence, I guess, brings about the males who are actually committing crimes and those who are out here, who actually are a lot of males who are turning gay. And they say, oh, I wasn't, yeah, you weren't born that way. And a lot of the ones I've seen, they claim that they weren't. And I don't know what the influence is. I think it's more sexual than anything. I don't think it's more so that they are going through whatever. I think it's more of a sexual pleasure, as well as a lot of women. But you notice that there's a lot of females who's turning, but a lot of them turn back. And males tend to don't turn back. Males tend to either ride the fence consistently and then cross over completely, or they just go over completely or never come back. Women, on the other hand, plenty of females who claim they're gay will cross over and say that, oh, I'm gay, or they'll say I'm bi, and then they'll be on riding the fence on either side, and then always go back to being heterosexual, supposedly. And that is just mostly shows that it's mostly a sexual thing, not necessarily what you feel biologically or what you feel emotionally connected to a woman. You're actually looking for their sexual gratification. Some may say that I'm wrong on that, but if you're gay, I know gay females, and they are gay. They've never slept with a man. They're gay, and they're homosexual. They don't deny that, and they say they've never slept with a man. They never desired a man. That's when you're okay. That's confirmation, and I can respect that. I don't respect those who ride fences because they're worried about, okay, if you're worried about what society thinks or whatever, or I still like guys, or I still like girls, you're putting people's lives in danger on both sides. You need to do what you're doing on one side and be careful, and don't be out here like, if you're gay and you out here making babies, because you You're confused in your life, and you're going to have your children all messed up. Your kids will be messed up because you aren't leading the correct way. If you're going to be gay, be gay. If you're going to be straight, be straight. But you can't be riding fences because you'll leave your children trying to figure out, because you don't know what you want to be, and your kids won't know what they want to be either. They won't know how to live their life because you have not settled into one thing. You need to decide what you're going to do and then settle into that. Anyway, I digress. That wasn't what this topic was about. It was basically about, at this point, you have to wonder, I wonder, at what point do we sacrifice our children? We sacrifice our children out to go out and they go and buy $400 and $500 hairdos, and their children barely have shoes on their feet, or their kids have shoes. They go and buy in Jordans. Their kids have, but they go to a really bad school, and you can't get these chicks to go up to the school to check on their kids, but they'll run to the hair salon or to somebody to go do their hair. They'll sit there for hours and hours waiting on that hairdo, but they won't go up for an hour for parent-teachers conference. And that's my thing. Why are you sacrificing your children for that? And I know you got to go out and make money to pay bills and whatever. But many of you are not out here making money to pay bills. Many of you are out here making money so you can get a new hairdo and get your nails done, your toes done, and your eyebrows waxed, and buy this makeup, and go buy this outfit, and buy this and that, so you can go out in the club. That's what a lot of you are doing. Not all of you, but a lot of you are doing that. Going to get your butts done. Spending money, waiting, saving money so you can go pay for that. Go and get your boobs done. You're paying for plastic surgery. And you won't spend a single dime on your child's education. This is where I got upset about. Because you won't put no money into your children. But you'll waste all kinds of money on yourself. You had your time. Nobody told you to make a baby with anybody. Nobody asked you to do it. You chose to make a baby with whoever you made a baby with. Now, it's time for you to make sure your child gets the future you didn't provide, you didn't get, or make sure your child gets a better future than you're providing, than you have for yourself. You made a mistake. You made a mistake about not protecting yourself. And your children are not the mistake. But you did make the mistake. You made the decision, rather. I'm going to say that. You made a decision to go out here, as I had done. And I had done that when I was younger. But guess what I didn't do? I learned not to concentrate on now I do. I worry about me now. But when when my kids were small and all my kids were growing up, I never worried about me. My kids were I would wear the same clothes for years. In fact, I still have clothes in my closet from when my kids were small. And then that's something. I still have those clothes in my closet from when my kids were small. That should let you know how a mother I am. I would wear those clothes forever and put my kids in new stuff all the time. And they were my priority. And I made sure I instilled things into their brain because I wanted them to be better than me. I wanted to make better decisions. I wanted them to be healthier and spiritually sound. I wanted to give them more than what I had. And so I didn't suffer. My mom gave us a lot of things. I grew up in a suburban neighborhood when I was younger, but when she got older, her and my stepdad separated. As I said in another video, I had to do without a lot of things, but my kids never had to go through that. So, and I tried to make sure they didn't have to suffer and go without. So I want to say a lot of, excuse me, I'm trying to dig in my cabinet. I want to say to a lot of mothers, you need to dang on learn to sacrifice for your children. It's not about you. And I know you want to make it about you because you think you got to go out here and put on all this other stuff to look a certain way for society, but you don't. Guess what? You need to be trying to worry about your children's welfare and not worry about your very own, because no one asked to be born by you. No one asked for you to make them. They didn't ask to be made. They didn't ask for that. You made a decision to make them. Well, whomever you made them with, whether he's a good father or a bad father, you decided on that. So now, guess what? The sacrifice has to be made. And I know you probably don't want to do it because you're looking at all these other females out here with their hair done and nails done, fingers done, looking all pretty, and you're thinking, oh, I can look like that too, because they make you think that it's okay. But then you have to take a look at their children. How successful are their children? Yeah, little Johnny, little Zoe, little Jack, he got on Jordans, he got on a nice shirt. But how intelligent is his child? Can this child write, spell, say ABCs, do multiplication? How far has he gone in life? Exactly. You have to think about that. Where is he at? Even in small children. Because, there's small children I've seen. My bestie's daughter right now, this child, she's so smart, and she's smarter than a whip. And she's little, but she's smart. She's smarter than a lot of older children I've met. This girl is learning so many things, and she's so smart. It's like it's like she amazes me all the time. Like, wow, you're just so smart kid. And she just says things that's so logical. It makes plenty of sense. And, she's only like 7. She's little. She's smart though. I want to know, where is it at? But her mother did. Her mother kept her grounded, and she didn't throw a whole bunch of stuff at her. And she's not like out here, you have to put something into your children. You can't just give them things and don't expect anything back. You have to instill things into your children so that their minds can grow, so that they can be spiritually strong, so that they can freaking survive in this world. You have to put that into them. You can't walk around here thinking they just only can look good, and they don't have to be smart, and they don't have to be intelligent. They don't have to handle themselves. These children are so violent in school, and they talk just like their parents, and they act just like their parents. And then your parents act like they ain't got any sense, and the children act accordingly. And then you wonder why you're called to the school every other day, because you're poor parenting. You're piss poor parenting. How many times has your child been arrested? Go think about that. If your child fails, it's your fault. Now, I ain't gonna say it's always a parent's fault when a child fails, because some parents can do everything they can. But then again, you have to think about this. If he's going down that wrong road, how did he get down that road from the get-go? How did he get down that road? Because you weren't paying attention. You were worried about what you were worried about. And while I said, I know you got to go to work, and I know you got to pay bills, but at some point, you have to put your child ahead. You have to put your child first. At some point, your child has to come. You have to think about your child. At some point, your kid has to be the forefront of all your thoughts. You can't just walk around here and make it seem like that you are the only thing that matters. You can't, because your child will fail and it'll be your fault. You can't say, oh, it's not my fault. I tried to tell him. No, it is your fault, because you ran your butt to working. I know you got to work overtime or whatever, but your overtime paycheck, that check you got for overtime, honey, you didn't spend that in the house. You put that in your hair. You put that on your feet, buying red bottoms. You put that on your dang on freaking nails. They don't freaking $100 set of nails. You put that on your damn clothes. You got $150 outfit. You put that on your dang on freaking butt injections and your butt being fixed and all that, paying for that junk. That's what you did. You didn't put that in your children. You weren't working that hard to do things for her. You put that in the dang on car you couldn't afford. You knew you couldn't afford that car, but you went out and got that car anyway. You know you can't afford the car. You couldn't do the car you bought. You couldn't afford, and you knew you couldn't afford it. But you was like, well, I just work extra hours. But who you trying to impress? Because in the end of all things, it means nothing when your children fail. You can ride around here looking pretty, and your children looking like nothing. Your children are looking like nothing. You are a failure as a parent. This video is about being a failure as a parent, because you're worried about what you are getting, what you are having, what you want. Your children are the priority. Women, you need to start making your children the priority, and men too. But I see more single parents, and because we are more single parents, speaking from a single parent side, you have to understand that. You have to understand that you can't just run around here doing that. You have to put something into your children. And that goes for men too, buying cars and shoes and things like that, and not worrying about your children. You have to be concerned about your children's welfare. You have to be concerned. You can't just expect the world to raise your children. This is your responsibility. It is completely yours and nobody else's. And so my whole thing is this. I just want to tell you guys that you need to stop and take a look at your children and see where they are going, and make better decisions on how you're raising your children, and decide on whether you want your children to be successful or be another inmate with a number across his chest. That's what you have to decide. All right. I'm out of here. You guys make that decision. You tell me what you think. I'll talk to you later. Bye.